Please give it up for the very funny Noah Reynolds!
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Matt. I actually just got promoted at work. I work at Build-A-Bear. I'm one of the bears you can build and put whatever inside of. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. It's called Thick Skin. They're supposed to be mean to everybody. They're gonna be mean to me after I get off. They're like, Noah has a tiny dick in his bitch tits. I'm not gonna let him, though. I'm not gonna let him be mean to me when I get off, right? You know, Matt, he looks like Freddie Mercury with more AIDS, doesn't he? And Mike Stanley, I have never seen anybody handle tragedy better than in my whole life. So, Mike's a great guy. Mike's the best. That's what I do. That's what I do for roasting, ma'am. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. Mike was talking earlier. I heard this. Is anyone here not from the city of Denver? Not from the city of Denver? Watch this. I could do any accent. Watch this. Where are you from, sir? I could do any accent.
Aurora.
Okay. Somebody else. Don't shout at me. Yes, ma'am. Where are you from? I can do any accent. Where are you from, ma'am? North Dakota. I can do any accent. Well, look at me. I'm from North Dakota, isn't it? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm from North Dakota. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to our beautiful city. I'm actually from Denver. I'm from the city of Denver. I take great pride in being from the city. I was walking around the other day and I saw this. I saw somebody giving a historic tour of Denver. And I was like, heck yeah, gosh yeah. You know, that's great. I take great pride in being from my city, but it pisses me off that somebody who moved from North Dakota, look at me, I'm from North Dakota, Billings. 2 fucking years ago, right? Moved 2 fucking years ago is giving tours of my goddamn city, right? My city, you know, these streets raised me. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll give Noah's goddamn historic tours of Denver. That'll do way better than a sold-out comedy show on a Wednesday night. So I'll be walking around, hey, everybody knows historic tours of Denver, knows historic tours of Denver, ladies only, right? Knows historic tours of Denver. This here was Eric's dad's house. Eric's dad let us drink in the basement for many, many years and then got a cocaine problem. Historic tours of Denver, pick it up. Historic tours of Denver this year's Bromwell Elementary School. This is where I don't want to name names, but somebody forgot to pick somebody up from Taekwondo practice twice. Everything's so close, Mile High City. Historic tours of Denver, no fat chicks. Historic tours of Denver. This is great. This is my favorite building. This building's my favorite. This was a Burger King where in 2007, a Pro Bowl Denver Bronco was shot to death on New Year's Eve. And now it's a core power yoga / place you can buy white jeans. Learn about your fucking city. What do they have in North Dakota? Mount Rushmore? No, South Dakota. Ma'am, I'm trying to grow up. I'm trying to do the grown-up things, not to brag, but I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. There is some news. I'm dealing with a mouse problem. Uh-oh, mouse in the house. Mouse in the house. Domesticated motherfucker over here. I do have a terrible mouse problem, though. And I was like, maybe I should call somebody to figure this out. But my first thought was like, wait a second. I used to kill and torture and murder small animals and rodents when I was a kid. Why should I call a professional to do a job I could do for free? But I did. I called a professional. And that was the right thing to do. Call a professional. Mike from Anchor Pest Control. You call Anchor Pest Control, ask for Mike. This guy comes in, he's like, hey Noah, I'm Mike from Anchor Pest Control. I have been killing mice for 15 fucking years, okay? I started in 2007, 6 years after 9/11. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Mike goes on. He's like, nobody is better at killing mice. Nobody likes killing mice more, and nobody has done a better job. He says better again. I have witnessed, Mike goes on, I have killed hundreds of millions, maybe billions of mice. I have witnessed a holocaust, his words, a holocaust of mice. He tells me this, Mike does. He's like, I like to catch mice like somebody would catch a fish, right? You give a man a mouse, he mouses for a day. You teach a man to mouse, he mouses. I'm like, this guy's drunk, right? This guy's clearly drunk with poison. This is a drunk man with poison in my home. And he's gonna put it wherever the fuck. So my thesis of this story is find a passion, right? Okay? The metric is not 10,000 hours anymore, it's 1 billion goddamn motherfucking mice. Do you have a passion, sir? Okay. I am trying to grow up or whatever the fuck. I found out from my job recently that according to how much I make, I will get to retire in the year 2084. Which doesn't sound like that long, but it is. It's a long time. It is 15 and a half World War IIs and 390-something dog years, or huskies if you're, boring. But it's like, great, well, I get to retire. I'm saving for retirement. That's great. 2084, where am I going to visit? The smoldering ruins of Hollywood? Underwater Miami? Super exciting. They say, cool, they say in France, you get to retire at 55. I'm like, yeah, but they don't have an HR in France either. Those sickos. My grandmother is retired and her husband is dead. That doesn't sound great. Let me tell you this. If it's the year 2080 and I still have 4 years before I can retire, I am going to tell my 20 grandkids I love them and then fly my spaceship into the Third World Trade Center. I'm so happy to be out and about again, guys. I'm so happy to be doing shit. I actually fly for my job. I fly for my job. It doesn't matter what I do. I am not an air marshal, is what we're supposed to say. And I'm so happy to be on airplanes again, Gosh fucking darn it, I'm so happy to be on planes. And this character I love is the funny flight attendant, right? Bringing levity to air travel. That's my favorite fucking thing, because planes are scary. So I think that's something I could transition to in my life, the funny flight attendant. So this is me. I'm going to give you a little taste. Noah, is the funny flight attendant. By the way, I only do R-rated shit. Hey everybody, welcome to flight 117 nonstop to Tucson. Who goes to Tucson? Whores and golfers, right? You dickheads know how to work a seatbelt by now. For takeoff and landing that tray table, make sure that fucker is upright and locked. Upright and locked? That's how I like my wife at dinner time. We are flying a 737-300 this afternoon. This fucker has 4 exits in the front and the back. 4 exits in the front and the back. What is this plane, my wife? That thing up front, you know what the thing up front they call that? They call that the cockpit. What the hell? This whole plane is named after my wife. They're giving me the seatbelt sign. Flash me the seatbelt sign. I'm bombing up here. Who said bomb? We're on a plane, and thank you for flying Spirit. Okay, that's the end of me. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
No.